But I do want to caution everybody that where you finish in like the Wodapalooza qualifier is likely going to be worse percentage-wise than where you're going to finish in the Open.
10 toes down, I'm a ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'm a ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no change.
About to head into the gym to do my final Wodapalooza qualifier workout. It is the first actual workout of the whole qualifier, but I am doing it last. If you want to see the first two workouts, you can check it out up here. I will link it so you can look at that. That third workout, the second workout I did, but third Wodapalooza workout, did this to me, just tore up my hands. Other hand looks pretty bad as well. So between those two, I just was a little beat up, so I took a couple days to recover my hands a little bit so that I could do this final one before it was due, but it is the first workout, so we're gonna get doing that. I'm gonna head over to the gym and I'll see y'all there.
Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted.
And this one is an AMRAP, 9 minutes. I'll put the whole workout here so you can see it, but it is 3 hang power snatches, 3 overhead squats, 30 double unders. Repeat until the time is up, adding 3 reps to each of the barbell movements each time. So the double unders stay the same, you're doing 30 each time, but it'll go from 3 to 6 to 9 to 12 to 15 to 18, probably won't get that far. Double unders are one of my worst movements, but we're just gonna have fun with it and appreciate that I get to do this workout today, because sometimes that's the best way to approach it. And you know, it's just a workout, trying to get some movement in and have fun with it and leave options open for Wodapalooza if that's something you want to do. Okay, I wrote down some numbers to help myself, because it's hard in the middle of a WOD to remember if you're on 3 or 6 or on 9 or on 12 or 15, or to even do math by threes sometimes. It is hard. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna use this to help myself a little bit and to give myself, you know, a second to breathe when I cross them out.
I've been trying hard to keep my cool, but when you're near, there's nothing that I can do. When you're walking in, I know it's true. It doesn't even matter how hard I try, 'cause when I hear your voice, my walls come down. Boy, you are the only thing I want. There must be a way I can make you see that if we fell in love, it would be so sweet. But when it's you and me, nobody can bring us down. But I don't wanna look up if you don't. 'Cause I don't wanna look up if you don't.
Moved you down here so that I can sit while I talk to you and not stand in that dark corner. That workout, like all qualifier workouts, was challenging, but it was really like my forearms and a little bit of the heart rate. I mean, it was a fairly higher heart rate workout. My heart rate was in the 170s, maybe touched 180. So it definitely is a heart rate workout where I guess all of these have been heart rate workouts, but I did do some of Dave Castro's workouts in the past, some of his weight vest workouts. You can check those out. Put that up here too for all of you. Those workouts were more fatiguing of certain body parts, and your heart rate was a little bit more moderate. Where this, I mean, it's light bar, 55 for women, 75 for men. That's light that should be light. If that's not light for you, then you should scale accordingly, so it is a lighter bar. But because it's a lighter bar, you can pretty much always pick it up and move it, which is the uncomfortable part of it. I got 18 of the hang snatches. So completed the 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and then started the 18, finished the hang snatches. I think I broke them up once in that set of 18. I broke them up more throughout. I think the most I broke them up was twice though in a set, maybe in that 15, if I'm remembering correctly. I had planned to break up the overhead squats in the set of 15, but when I got there I realized like I can just push through it. It's not as bad, just keep moving. So that's what I ended up doing. Definitely the better, I think it's the better strategy. I mean, like I said, the bar is light. You can push through it as long as that bar is a fairly light in comparison to your overhead squat. It's just a matter of like keeping moving. You're gonna be uncomfortable, but just keep moving despite your discomfort. The worst part of this really is for me for the double unders. That's for me. If you're someone who's super proficient at double unders and get your heart rate down to like those 140s when you're doing them, because for you it's just like a light jog, then it's gonna be more about picking up that barbell and keeping going. But for me, I am not a great double under, so it is more of a try to mitigate the damage there kind of workout. And I always broke those up, maybe a couple times or just one time, but they weren't like breaks by choice. They were breaks by force because I hit my foot or hit my leg or something and didn't get the next rep. So I still need to work on those. I've been working on them. My hands tend to like go back behind me as opposed to staying like in line with my body. And I think that's part of the issue. The rope just starts to travel in a weird direction. And I try to think about keeping my hands more like just right in front of me where I could see them out of the corner of my eyes, but it's just, it's not my strong movement and I'm working on it, but things take time. So still taking some time on that. But otherwise, it was a good workout. Like, I'm sweating. Can you see it? I'm glistening from this workout. It is a little bit humid here because we had rain yesterday and a little bit of rain in the forecast today, which is rare for Northern California. We're not in the wet season yet. That starts in October, but we're close. We're getting there. We need it because of the fires and stuff. But it definitely got me sweating, and it was only 9 minutes. It's a good workout. Doesn't require a lot of space. Easy to do in the corner during open gym if you need to. If you didn't do the Wodapalooza qualifier, you can still do the workout. It's fun, and you can also check out the leaderboard and like see where you would have fallen if you had decided to sign up. So I think that's always pretty cool. You have a big sample size of people to see where you are in your fitness, maybe where you'd finish in the open. But I do want to caution everybody that where you finish in like the Wodapalooza qualifier is likely going to be worse percentage-wise than where you're going to finish in the open. There's just such fewer people doing the Wodapalooza qualifier, and the people that are doing it tend to be people who are more competitive. So if you're looking at that and you're like, oh, I'm in the bottom 50th percentile, and in the open last year I was like 80th, so why am I here? That's the reason you're in that place. It's not that your fitness fell off, it's that you're in a concentrated group of people that are competing to try to get to this next level or have like hopes of going to Wodapalooza, whether that be signing up to a scale division or qualifying through the intermediate RX or elite. So these are just very competitive people where your traditional open workouts are a little bit more user-friendly. They tend to be for everyone and for the entire community, your entire gym. So you have people of all different fitness levels who usually don't competing in the open. And I think it gives you a more realistic picture of where your fitness is versus something like the Wodapalooza qualifier where you're going to be lower percentage-wise, but it doesn't mean that you've lost any fitness. And I think with these qualifiers, one of the biggest things is just have fun with it. Unless you're somebody who's trying to make the elite or RX and this is your source of income, competing and sponsorships and stuff like that, if that's your focus, then this is a much more competitive, much more serious thing for you. But I think for the majority of us, we should just look at this as a fun thing to do, not get overly nervous about it, because that's what it should be. It's fitness. It should be fun. It should be something you want to get up and do or want to do after work, and not something that's going to be another stress in our lives, which are probably all pretty stressful. Can't speak for everybody, but I think a lot of people have a lot of stress in their life. This should just be something fun and a stress relief. So keep the qualifiers fun. Also, my hands don't look any worse, so we're gonna call that a win. I've submitted all the workouts. The submission window has closed, and I figured I'd give you an idea of how I did in all the workouts. My worst workout was this last one you just saw, the double under workout. I knew double unders were going to be difficult for me. There's always have been a weak movement, and that proved to be the case again. My best workout was workout 3. I kind of suspected that would be my best. That was the shuttle sprints and the pull-ups, chest to bar, and bar muscle-ups. Because I have bar muscle-ups, that a lot of the time makes a difference here, because that's a movement less women are proficient with. So I'm happy with how I did. I'm just trying to do it for fun and just to test myself, and that's what I'm doing. So make sure you subscribe, because we still have the second week of Wodapalooza qualifier workouts. This is a 2-week qualifier, so lots more to come. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.